one of my favorite passages. No? It's a beautiful in terms of message that says, I urge you to live in a manner worthy of the call you have received, with all humility, gentleness, with patience, bearing with one another through love, striving to preserve the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. So beautiful in terms of message, but so difficult to do. Who among us here would really admit, no, and accept that we have so much patience, that we have that capacity and willingness all the time to bear with one another or to put up a fist, and have that humility and gentleness? Because ideally we want to be at peace, in harmony, and to have that unity with one another, right?
Yes.
That's what we desire, that's what we want. But it's just that it's so difficult to do at times because of, again, one's differences, and we are not in an ideal world or setting or situation at home or outside or at work, you know, with our companions. And that's the point of the gospel. Actually, it somehow is kind of connected with yesterday's gospel, conflict, division. The Lord said that He did not come to bring peace, but kind of war or battle. And I wish that if it's one is on fire, it's blazing already. And I mentioned that the context, no, I am kind of struck really the context that the Lord declared that message. But again, it's also with the gospel of today. We want peace, we want harmony, unity, but the point is it's very difficult to achieve because everyone thinks, because of pride, that everyone is right, and when there's something wrong, the tendency always, the attitude always is to put blame to somebody, to really kind of point out a finger and really blame or see the fault or the mistake. And if instead of trying to get reconciled or resolve the problem, the tendency is to create more trouble and conflict, or to really aggrave more the situation. And in fact, there's a lot of that attitude of filing a case or suing somebody or anyone just to prove that I am the right one and the other is wrong, and I am the righteous one and the other one is sinful. And that's the message of the Lord. If we can just have that attitude of humility, gentleness, patience, bearing with one another, and have that love and that desire for peace, then it's like seeing these signs and symbols of changes of the weather or the climate. And it's so high-tech nowadays that it's almost very accurate to ascertain what's going to happen at any hour or even in the next couple of days. But what about in one's attitude, treatment, concern, and care for one another? Again, it's about blindness, spiritual blindness, because of one's pride, because of one's selfishness, because of anger, and etc., etc. And the Lord said, why do you not judge for yourselves what is right? So it has to come really from each and every one. And we pray for that. I mentioned yesterday about discernment. And many times we really are not discerning what we are supposed to do because, again, of pride and selfishness and hatred. May the good Lord guide us and enlighten us. Amen.